Hello there, beautiful souls. It's Kendra, founder of Soulful Success by Design. And I want to talk to you today about being incongruent in your energy. And I also want to talk to you today about the Elevate Mastermind that's currently open for enrollment. So first and foremost, let's talk about incongruency. And I named this video "Incongruency Breeds Inconsistency." So a lot of the times in the coaching industry, in the personal development world, you will hear coaches and teachers speak about being consistent. You have to be consistent in order to be successful, right? I have a different view when it comes to consistency. The way that I view consistency and the perspective that I want to share with you around consistency is that first and foremost, consistency is an energy. So when my clients come to me and they say, they're challenged or feeling like they're struggling around being inconsistent, they'll say, Kendra, I'm just not consistently showing up. I'm inconsistent in how often I post. I'm inconsistent with, sitting down and being creative. And they are judging themselves because they're not consistent. So first, what I want to share with you is that we've got to create our own definition around what it means to be consistent. And this is what I share with my clients, right? There is getting really clear on what consistency means for you. And then within that clarity, moving into a frequency that is consistent. And here's what I mean by that. First and foremost, it's about understanding, how you're wired, how you're designed, and what consistency means for you. We have this idea that consistency is about showing up every single day, posting every single day, doing something every single day, and never stopping. And I just honestly, I don't know about you, but I know that I am not somebody who is just who can just pound it out every single day, writing a new post every single day, doing a new Facebook Live every single day, doing a blog every single day. I did that in the early years of my business and I burned myself out because I was doing it because I thought that, I have to do this in order to be successful. What I've learned is to get clear on what consistent means for me, to get clear on what is the frequency with which I want to be consistent. So you get to ask yourself this question: what frequency do I want to be consistent with? So for example, if you are a coach, a healer, business owner, and social media is a platform that you use to promote yourself, your business, your services, you want to get clear on, okay, well, how often do I feel that I can actually sustain showing up on social media? How often do I believe that I can show up and post, do a Facebook Live, write a blog? What does that look like? And you got to take into consideration your energy, right? The quality of your energy. And so what that means is, for some people, you may have the ability to show up every single day and do a video and do a blog and do whatever. That may be right for you, and that's wonderful. But for some of you, that's not correct. And you try to do it and you burn yourself out. So when you can get clear first on the frequency, is it going to be once a week? Is it going to be twice a week? Is it going to be 3 times a week? What is it going to be? You get clear on the frequency and then you can become consistent with that frequency, right? So for me, for example, I love to come on here and do Facebook Lives. I love doing video. But I also know that I'm not the person who can do a 365-day Facebook Live challenge, right? I know that I'm not going to be able to sustain showing up every single day doing a video. So instead, I tune into my own wisdom and I know that, okay, showing up once a week on video feels really great for me. I can get my energy behind it. I can feel good behind it. It feels spacious for me. I'm able to receive the inspiration that I need to show up, and the power and the energy with which I show up is potent. So I choose to be consistent with the frequency of once a week. So first and foremost, ask yourself that question, right? Because the flip side of that is that you try to show up and be consistent based on these external factors or norms, and then you judge yourself and you think something's wrong with you. You think that you're doing something wrong. You look at other people that are doing what you're doing and they're successful and you're wondering why you're not successful. You're trying out different, ways of doing things. You're like, oh yeah, I'm going to do this challenge and I'm going to show up live every single day. Oh yeah, I'm going to do this challenge and I'm going to do this every single day. And then you fizzle out after a week or two, and then you go into this vicious cycle of judging yourself and beating yourself up about it, and it just keeps repeating itself. It keeps repeating itself. And this is where the incongruence comes in. So if you are not showing up incongruent with your energy, with what is right for you, with what is alignment for you, with what is aligned for you, then it breeds inconsistency, right? You have the ability and the capability within you to be consistent in whatever it is that you do. It's a matter of aligning your energy first and then taking the action. So you get to create a standard for yourself. So one of the things that I've done on my journey is I've looked at what standards do I want to hold myself to, right? And I work on those standards. Now, prior to this, and what many of us do is we look outside of ourselves and we look at what the standards are of others, or we take in what their standards are and we try to live by these external standards. And that leads us to frustration, bitterness. We get angry. Again, we're looking at why is this not working for me? Because we're trying to operate off of standards that are not congruent and aligned for you. So creating standards that make sense for you. Right, like I have standards around the kind of the quality of content that I choose to create. I have standards for how I show up for my private clients. I have standards for how I show up in my group programs and courses and things of that nature. I have standards for how I show up in a launch, and those standards are going to look different than the next person. But what you get to do is you get to pull your energy back, call your energy back within you, and you get clear on what standards you want to live by for yourself, right? Because there's nothing wrong with you. It's simply about you tuning into your energetic alignment and unapologetically operating from that space that feels aligned for you, trusting in that, having full faith in the alignment that you create for yourself and the standards that you create for yourself. So to create the congruency, like I was saying before, you've got to understand how you're energetically wired. So before I found human design, I was operating from a space like a generator. I was raised by a manifesting generator and a generator. And so I've only known how to show up in the world and operate from the energetic standpoint of a generator. And that's how I used to show up in my business. Right? I was pushing and pushing and pushing and, thinking, working from the manifestor energy and trying to initiate everything and it burned me out, right? I was not happy. I was thinking something was wrong with me. I wanted to throw in the towel. It wasn't working. So when I understood that my energetic signature or my energetic design is a projector, when I understood that, it gave me full permission to lean way back, and to fully accept how my energy was designed to show up in the world. And it gave me permission to fully just own and let go of this white knuckling, of this pushing and forcing, right? So when you understand how you are wired, you get to then work with yourself instead of working against yourself. That is how you elevate energetically. When you understand your energetic blueprint and you operate within your energetic blueprint, that elevates you to your next level. So once you have that, right, there of course is this alignment that gets to happen. And for me, when I think of alignment, I think of my thoughts being aligned with my emotions, with my actions. Everything is aligned, right? The thoughts that I am thinking are creating the emotions that I'm feeling within. And from that space, I am then taking the empowered action. I'm then taking the inspired action, and everything is aligned. And the effort that is put out feels effortless. It doesn't feel like you're pushing a boulder up the hill. So first and foremost, right, elevating ourselves within our energetic design is there's deconditioning work, right? There's work behind the scenes that you've got to do to let go of the beliefs and the standards and, the ways of being that you thought you needed to be in order to show up and be successful in this world. So one thing that I've noticed when it comes to this idea of alignment, within your alignment, you're going to feel some resistance, right? But what I've learned is that there's a nuance when it comes to resistance. I used to think that resistance was this bad thing, like, oh, if I'm feeling resistance, then it means it's bad. But there's a nuance to this, right? Because there is resistance that is giving you feedback that what you're doing is not correct for you. But there's also this feedback where you have this resistance show up because you are growing, because you are elevating to your next level. So like when I go to the gym every day and I'm lifting weights, there's resistance there. But that kind of resistance is resistance letting me know that I am growing. It's not hurting, it's not painful. It is me growing my muscles, right? And it's the same for you in business. When you're taking action in your business from a place of energetic alignment, you're stepping outside of your comfort zone. You're going to have to step outside of your comfort zone, and that is going to feel uncomfortable. But that's a different kind of uncomfortable than when you're over here in this resistance mode and you're pushing and forcing, and you're feeling like you're reaching burnout. Right? There's a different energetic essence between those two. And so in order to be able to know to tell the difference between the resistance that you're feeling, you got to be tapped into you, tuned into what's happening in your internal environment, and really cultivating your internal landscape. Because it's through that you're able to, tap into and really feel into the nuances of the energy of resistance. Okay. The other thing that I want to share with you today is, we've got to get really clear on elevating the resources, the natural resources that we have within us, right? So elevating your focus, elevating your energy, and elevating your power. So many of us are so distracted and our energy is being, pulled in all different directions. And your focus is not where it should be to get you where you want to go because your energy is scattered, right? You have all these energetic leaks around your focus, energetic leaks around your inner power, energetic leaks around the energy that you bring forth every single day, right? So part of alignment, part of building that congruency is lining up and being really clear on where you're putting your focus, being really clear on how you're cultivating your own personal power, and being really clear on how you're showing up aligned in your energy. Through this, you get to elevate your connection to your own wisdom, right? One of the values that I hold for, like in my business when I'm working with clients, is I hold wisdom as a high value. I believe that we all have our own innate wisdom within us, right? When I hear a client say to me, I don't know what I want. I don't know this. I don't know that. I quickly correct them and say, okay, but what if you did know? Because there is a version of you that knows exactly what you are meant to do in this world, exactly how you get to show up, exactly the next step you get to take. What's happening typically is that the mind is coming in and creating this narrative that's questioning this knowing that you have. And so when we do this work of creating energetic congruency, when we do this work of elevating your focus, your power, and your energetic design, you're able to then tap in more clearly to your own innate wisdom, and you're able to begin to trust that wisdom and operate from that space. So one of the things I love doing is helping my clients and helping my community to really begin to trust what they already know, and helping you understand that you cannot mess this up. Right? Our minds want to know what the second, third, fourth, fifth step is on our journey, but that's not how this works, right? Your innate wisdom, your innate knowing will give you your next step, and you've got to trust that as you take that next step, the next step is going to unfold before you, and then when you take that step, the next step is going to unfold before you, right? So this is the work that we get to do inside of the Elevate Mastermind. And I'm really excited about this opportunity, because really this Elevate Mastermind experience is a 4-month journey that takes you on a deep soul-stirring journey to your next level, right? It's an invitation for you to rise up into your wholeness and into your authentic alignment. And the way I look at this is that there are levels to our success, right? There are levels to your success. You've already experienced amazing success in your business, in your career, and it feels amazing, and you know that you can do it. But we get to a level where we're at the edge of our last, elevation point, and we know innately that we need to be stretched to the next level, but maybe we've gotten comfortable with where we are, but we know we want to get to the next level. And sometimes that takes having that person to be able to hold space for you so that you can bravely and courageously step into your next level and begin to operate at that next level of potential for you. And so there's levels to this. You're always going to be evolving into your next level. And that's what Elevate Mastermind is about. It's about helping you move from where you are now to that next place that you want to go to. And this will look different for everybody, right? Your next level will look different from the woman beside you. But it's about standing in your power to say, yes, I'm ready to go to that next level. It's about self-actualizing, right? So I would love to have you as part of the Elevate Mastermind journey. It is 4 months. It is by application only. So in the comments, you will see a link where you can go to the invitation page and read all about the experience. Even if you're just curious and you're like, maybe now's not the right time, I want to invite you to still read the invitation page because it is so uplifting and so encouraging, and it just hits you in your soul. Right? And if you do want to have a conversation and apply for the mastermind, just click the button that says I'm ready to elevate. It'll take you to my calendar. You will book an appointment with me for us to talk, and there's an application for you to complete because I really want to make sure this experience is for the woman who's ready, right? You may feel a little nervous about this, but you know that you're ready to be stretched to your next level, right? And I am delighted and excited to be able to guide you in this journey of doing that. So let me know if you have any questions. Thank you so much for being here and watching. If you're watching the replay, hashtag replay in the comments so I can come back around and talk and say hi to you. And I'll see you again soon. Bye.